Martell Holt is once again making moves that have fans scratching their heads. And right in the middle of it all, Arionne Curry's name is back in the mix. Martell is now talking about moving Arionne and their kids into a new house and even hinting at pulling her on to love and marriage, Huntsville. But the way he's handling it feels messy, calculated, and full of the same narcissistic patterns people have called out for years. The situation began when Martell invited Chris Fletcher over, supposedly to measure property, but instead used the meeting to test Chris's loyalty and revisit old arguments before dropping the bombshell about moving. Arionne and Chris asked the obvious questions: marriage, cohabitation, and Martell's evasive answers highlighted the fact that he's the one in control and that, after over a decade together, Arionne still has no ring, no title, and no real respect. Martell's motive was clear. He wanted this news to reach Melody, hoping she'd feel upset or jealous, but Melody has moved on, thriving in her career, protecting her peace and focusing on her children. Meanwhile, Arionne has spent 10 years waiting for Martell to step up. And if she joins the show, the cast will likely side-eye her and call her out, seeing her as the drama magnet she's always been tied to. Chris didn't let Martell off easy, calling out his past immature business moves and reminding him that he and Martell often look foolish when arguing. Sentiment fans have echoed for years. The bigger issue is that Martell is still chasing control rather than growth. While Melody builds, he spirals into chaos and revenge, seen when she flipped his negativity into a $62,000 weekend win. If he drags Arionne onto the show, it's likely to backfire, with the cast confronting her, the audience judging, and Martell losing control of the narrative. Yet he continues repeating the same patterns, thriving on chaos while the people around him move on Melody succeeding. Chris focused on real business, and even the Scots playing the long game better than he ever could. Arionne's loyalty, while admirable, has left her with no marriage, security, or real respect. And stepping onto the show would likely bring confrontation and backlash she isn't ready for. Martell, blind to the bigger picture, keeps making moves that damage his reputation, presenting dysfunction instead of growth, and risking isolation once the cast stops entertaining his antics. Ultimately, the question isn't whether Martell can change, it's how long those around him will tolerate the cycle. As fans grow tired, the cast grows impatient, and Melody continues thriving, leaving Martell's story at risk of ending not with redemption, but regret. As the situation unfolds, the spotlight isn't just on Martell and Arionne, it's on the ripple effect their actions have on everyone around them. Fans are already speculating about how the cast will react, and insiders hint that tensions behind the scenes are simmering. Every move Martell makes seems designed to provoke, but provocation only works when people care about your narrative. Melody, Chris, and the Scots have all clearly moved past giving him that energy, which leaves Martell increasingly isolated in his chaos. Arionne now faces a critical decision. Does she continue to tie her life and reputation to Martell's drama? Or does she finally step out from the shadow of unfulfilled promises? The choice isn't just personal, it's public. Reality TV audiences are unforgiving, and history shows that viewers are quick to turn on anyone seen as complicit in manipulation or toxic behavior, even if her intentions are pure. Joining the show could paint her as part of Martell's ongoing cycle rather than an independent figure. Meanwhile, Martell's pattern of trying to control narratives is only sharpening the contrast between him and those around him. While he clings to old arguments and unresolved grievances, Melody has built tangible success. Chris Fletcher commands respect in business circles, and the Scots have mastered navigating drama without losing their footing. Every attempt Martell makes to stay relevant only highlights how stagnant he has become. And reality TV thrives on growth, not regression. If Martell continues down this path, it's not just his personal relationships at risk, it's his credibility, his reputation, and his place in the LAMH ecosystem. Fans have begun to notice that the drama feels recycled, and the excitement that once surrounded his storylines is waning, without a real course correction. Martell's presence on the show could shift from central to marginal, okay? Leaving the drama he's chasing to spiral without him at the center. Ultimately, this is a pivotal moment. Arionne, Melody, Chris, and the rest of the cast have all moved into stages of their lives defined by growth, clarity, and purpose. Martell's choices will determine whether he finally breaks free of his toxic cycles or continues to watch opportunities and people move on without him. As reality TV fans watch closely, one thing is certain. Martell Holt's story is far from over. But the next chapter may be the one that defines him, for better or worse.